Ooh, and I love him, 'cause even I got a pretty bad. Even I got a pretty bad. Hey, I was thinking about how the test match. Excuse my room. I have been going through a cyclone, of knowledge, an array of thoughts, and like most people in the books that have been going through this journey, this rabbit hole, this mystic ideas, they room is magical like this. Let's do it again. It's magical. That's what they room do. They be sitting in a tree waiting for the power of thought to become them. They got time for the mundane. Life is too precious. With that said, I gave you a test match about the two dogs that I want you to think about. The one dog is, what is the dog called? A poodle. I said, Queen's been having poodles for a long time now. And we all know the characteristics of a poodle. Uh, what are their characteristics? I have been really noticing. But in cartoons, they really like a life where there's money involved. Not luxury, don't get it confused. They like a life where there's money involved because they assume money with prosperity. And I'm not talking about work or necessary things, ethics that come with work. I'm talking about just the mundane understanding of a job and what that means to have a job and the material that is drawn in because of that job. This is the idea of a poodle. That's why it looks the way it does. It has, as your brother will share with me in my head, it has no hips. It's a small dog. It doesn't have sex. It doesn't know how because the queen of all dogs, the poodle, haven't taught her. The queen of all dogs, the Purdy dog, the Lady and the Tramp dog, hasn't taught her. And I say poodle, I learn my words sometimes. They interchange. In my head, it was Purdy, and it came out poodle. I don't know why it did that, but that's what it did. But and you see these dogs, walking down the street. They strutting, you know, and they got their expensive cut, and they feel good about themselves. But listen, that was the old queen. Many queens salute to that dog. But the young queen, the new queen, she understands that the Purdy dog is where it's at. Your brother was explaining to me how the Purdy dog breastplate, how it looks on her. She likes sex. There's no way around it. She's a prostitute. And her ears show it. It's bushy. It's flesh. It's full of long hairs. And when she get it cut, she knows it's for her to look beautiful for her mate, for her man. And this is the nature of a pretty dog. When she come into existence, when my pretty dog come into existence, I said her name would be Lady. That would be her name. And she would travel with me. Pretty dogs are unique. I already characterized the characteristics. They almost like cats in the way they keep them so clean. And they, not to say anything about other dogs, but I know pretty dogs, and particularly they are a doll to have. Excuse me, around the house. Excuse me, I had a breather, and this is the dog that I will uh, have as my woman's best friend. And but that's not all that I want to talk on this mic about. I mentioned to my brothers, my Indian brothers, about their names and how it's came from the people, we the people in the Constitution, our nation, our earthly nation. Um, these humanities belong to my people. They belong to my land, and I'm claiming it. Get your own humanities. Get your own land. Get your own language. And with that said, the names I gave my husbands ends with lion, and I was explaining to them how lion is revered, it's majestic all around the world, in my world, and there was nothing more revered than a lion. You know, they had the noble animals for sure, and we'll get to that later. But was nothing more revered than a lion. My culture depend on lion bravery to save us from all dangers. And I explained to my husbands how my name is a lioness, Daniel Lachelle Lion. She's a lioness, and she likes to toy, and she's very sharp and provision. In her provision. Now, what do I mean by that? She's very sharp in her thoughts. She can wield things, and her claws are sharp, and she wields them. And this is what I mean by the lion, the lioness. And my husband names, the people names, comes from tribal names, from nation names. And these names is for the people, and it explains their heart, their spirit. So I hope that my name's definition, my husband will look into their spirit, into their heart, and uh, they would come with a definition that would capture uh, the spirit of their name and what the name really means. I explained to my husband that I am the only land that they stand on. There's several land in my world, but I'm the land that they stand on. I'm their wife. And I explained to them how my name and my job come with the language, come with the civilization that stands on her, for I am the civilization. And I explained to them that my name, Daniel, comes from the biblical understanding of Daniel's and the lion's den, and how I am protected from all lions through God and His mercy, and how none shall touch me, neither shall they bring me asunder. And I said that I'm the queen. And the show personify that. She is a lioness through and through, and she is the head lioness. Her claws are sharp. And I said the only thing that could conclude this sentencing is for me to give myself my last name, my husband's last name, Lion. So I can't birth a civilization, Daniel Lachelle Lion. Who would dare? With that said, I would like for my husbands to really understand me, to really enjoy their name, and ponder and think about the beating of that name, the beating hearts. What does it mean for you? Excuse me, I'm doing something. What does that mean for you? Ponder on that. I must go. I've been summoned. I'll talk to you soon. Love you. I love you all. All right, goodbye.